The Old Blue Mare, she ain't what she used to be, is the sixth episode of the 29th season of The Simpsons. It's directed by Matthew Nastuk, and it got off to a really great start. We have the return of the monorail, not in any functional way, but the monorail does make an appearance, and it made me as excited as the residents of Springfield were. And shortly after that, we move on from the monorail, and Marge decides to run for mayor. And it seems like she might become a popular candidate because of Homer. And Homer being the butt of not necessarily Marge's jokes, but scripted jokes that are written on her behalf. And she has to weigh up whether it's worth it, whether criticizing her husband, making fun of him in public, is worth it, even if it meant she'd become mayor and be very successful and implement all of these great strategies. Is it worth it? And I won't say what she decides or anything, but I think it worked really well. Homer could have been a bit more upset about it. I mean, to be honest, he was kind of oblivious to it, at least as far as we could tell. So he wasn't really seeming to be affected by it, but I think had they leaned into it a bit more about how it actually affected Homer, it might have been a bit more emotional. But it wasn't too bad. I liked Marge in this. She had some great costumes. The pacing was actually pretty decent, and it was interesting enough. It wasn't the most amazing. Basically, after the monorail, it stopped being brilliant. But it was still okay. There wasn't anything wrong with it. There wasn't anything that didn't work. It may not have been the most exciting, but I did like to see Marge in this. I always love it when Marge gets a chance to try her hand at something different, or we get to see a different side of her. And I think she would suit the role quite well, but whether or not things go to plan, I won't say. I wouldn't mind watching it again. I always like the episodes, at least to some degree, where it incorporates most or even all of the residents of Springfield. So that one definitely worked for me. It's not bad. It's never going to be a personal favourite, but I'd be happy to watch it again.